Hey friends and family, welcome to Veronica Says. This is another tag video. I was indirectly tagged by the beautiful Ange at 50 Cents UK. The tag goes something like 10 fragrances I should wear more often, that I should reach for more often. And in fact, this thing has gone big. I don't know if Ange was the original creator or who was. If you know, drop it down in the comments below. But I learned about it first through her, and then a number of folks have done the tag since then. And I've had so much fun watching their video. I thought I would throw mine out there on YouTube as well. So these are fragrances that we should probably wear more often, or I feel like I should wear more often out of my collection. So I want to share 10 that I chose. I could probably choose a bunch, but I chose the first 10 that when I did a scan of my collection, I said, yeah, you deserve a whole lot more attention than what you've been getting. Let's get you out there. So in no special order, I'm going to start off with one of the most unique and beautiful fragrances in my collection that I haven't had the chance to wear as I shouldn't say I haven't had the chance. I have chosen not to wear as a scent of the day for a long time. But if I had to choose, just a handful or something to take with me to a deserted island, this would be one of them. And it is the gorgeous Bottega Veneta by Bottega Veneta. This is a tiny bottle. I have since purchased a full bottle backup. Heard a rumor that it was going to be discontinued. I don't know if that is true or not, but I didn't want to take the chance. This is a beautiful leathery fragrance, but with a very feminine touch to it. It is elegant and sophisticated. Just a very beautiful fragrance that I think would work very well for an accomplished businesswoman. I see a woman in a gorgeous tailored suit entering an office space, owning it with this Bottega Veneta on. It is gorgeous, very leather dominant fragrance, but it's softened by some florals in there. Very pretty. Okay. Number two is one that it's been with me for a long time, and it's precious to me, and it means a lot. It's an iconic fragrance, none other than the Chanel number 5. I don't know why I put the in front of it, but Chanel number 5, the Eau de Parfum. I have had this for eons. You can see that I am more than halfway through this bottle, and it's just like your classic, beautiful, floral, aldehydic fragrance, meaning it's got a little bit of a soapy vibe, at least that's how I think about it. This is one of those fragrances that deserves a lot of love for the place that it has in the fragrance community. And it is a unique, gorgeous fragrance, but you have to be in the mood for it. And it usually has to do, for me, there has to be a special occasion. I used to wear this a lot every day, but it's one of those fragrances, if you wear it really often, it can start to kind of get on your nerves, even though it's gorgeous. And so I shied away from this for a while and have been wanting to just revisit it, but I'm really busy testing other fragrances. But there's no denying that this is gorgeous. I know some people have a lot of trouble with the Chanel, like basic structured DNA kind of thing. And I get that, because you can smell when something is a Chanel fragrance, or at least we think we can. Maybe we don't know what we're doing. But yeah, it's just a soapy, beautiful floral with a lot of depth. It's very complex, and I have to be in the mood for it, but it deserves a lot more love. Chanel number 5. The iconic, the one and only, holds its own place, really can't be compared to anything else. Moving in a completely opposite direction to a very youthful fragrance, I have from Britney Spears. It's Britney. Midnight Fantasy Eau de Parfum. This bottle's so tacky that I love it. You know how I am with my tacky bottles. And this is... somebody described this as smelling like strawberry shortcake's blueberry friend. Like, remember Strawberry Shortcake, the doll? You could smell the strawberry on the doll. It was scented. If you're an 80s kid and you had those dolls, you know what I'm talking about. Her blueberry friend is what this smells like. It's youthful, it's girly, it's playful, but because it's the midnight version of fantasy, it does have a little bit of depth and sexiness to it as well. This is a great designer fragrance and very inexpensive, but I don't reach for it often and I should. I should probably wear it more as like a scent of the night. I don't know about wearing this often during the day because it's such an interesting blueberry, fruity kind of smell, right? I don't know that there's blueberry in here, but it's a very heavily fruity fragrance that it might be one that I get tired of. But anyway, it's a gorgeous one and I should wear this more often. Moving along, a fragrance that gets a lot of hate. Maybe because it's become so ordinary and pedestrian by this point. How dare anyone think that they're sophisticated wearing this? But I still love it. And it is Carolina Herrera Good Girl. You guys, I don't care what anybody says or how much hate this fragrance gets. It's awesome. First of all, what a daring bottle design. Yes, there's been a gazillion flankers, but she did the thing. Okay, so let's give the company some respect here. I say she. Is Carolina Herrera still alive? I don't even know. But the company did the thing. This, so this has been accused of not being unique, being ordinary or whatever. It kind of smells like Sea Intense from Giorgio Armani, except better. Because the Sea Intense that I have, I might be selling it or giving it away or decanting it or something. But this it reminds me of that, but just more, there's a coffee note in here. It's just like an exotic, deep, sultry smell. I'm not sure why this gets hate, except that maybe because everyone's wearing it. And I have to tell you, I said this in another video, Yana from The Scented recently did a video called Don't Smell Ratchet or something like that. And she had a bunch of fragrances including this one or version of this in her video. It is one of the funniest videos. You got to go check it out. So anyway, despite the hate that this gets, I think it's gorgeous and I should probably reach for this more often. Really beautiful, powerful beast mode fragrance. Moving along, I have 4 from this line and they just sit there looking like beautiful bottles, calling to me, Veronica, when do we get some attention? Remember us? You loved us way back when you purchased us. And it is 4 from the Elizabeth and James Nirvana series. I have Amethyst, I have the Rose one, I have the Bourbon one, and I have another one, I think it's called French Gray. They're all really gorgeous fragrances in these nice, sleek bottles. I hate that they're easy to topple over. Kind of like the Lancome Idole, that bugs me, but I still think they're a pretty bottle with this ribbing on them, and they're all really pretty fragrances. So this is Amethyst. It really doesn't matter, right? They're all gorgeous, all 4 of them. They don't last the longest. You get maybe somewhere in the 4 to 6 hour range out of them, but really unique, beautiful fragrances. I need to reach for these more often. I'm so sorry that I've been neglecting you. I promise I love you. I will make a better home for you. Next up is one that is an old school favorite of mine. I wore it as a signature scent for years and years and years and years and years. One day I smelled it on someone else and said, "Are you wearing blank?" And she said, "Why, yes, I am." And I didn't like the way that it smelled on her. And it started to kind of turn me off from the scent. And now I'm mad that I did that because I lost touch with it. I went through multiple bottles of it, but I've recently brought it back into my collection and haven't worn it for a full day yet since I've purchased it. And it's looking at me like, we used to be cool. We went way back. You know all my secrets and I know yours. How come you play me like this? And it is Ginger Essence from Origins. If you like ginger, there's nothing like this out there. This is one of the most fresh, spritzer was like, fresh, light, fizzy, effervescent ginger fragrances out there. Love this frosted bottle. Just such a pretty one. Really fantastic for summer. Really fantastic for late spring. I used to wear this year round, y'all. Everywhere, all the time, any meeting setting. It just didn't matter. We were like ride or die. This was my main dog here. Really, really nice. Not the heaviest fragrance. It is light. This is a light, airy fragrance, but I need to give this more love. The same thing with this next one that I purchased, had a hard time getting along with, and then started to really enjoy and like. So this was before I even started a YouTube channel and all of that. I was watching YouTubers and like, oh my gosh, everyone's talking about this fragrance. I think I really need to get it into my collection. And it is a Valentino Donna Valentino. Is that what it's called? Valentino Donna? Maybe it's just Donna, but we're going to call it Donna Valentino. Gosh darn it. Lovely bottle. When I first bought it, I was like, oh my gosh, I lost the cap. Before I realized that it doesn't come with a cap. That's just kind of how it looks. So this one here, I find it a little bit sharp in the opening. It settles down into something gorgeous. But in the opening, it comes across incredibly mature floral. And I don't mean like it has a lot of depth. I mean the kind of floral that it is a very old-fashioned floral to my nose. It's sharp, and it's like all the flowers crushed into one tangy opening. And I didn't like it at first. I was like, ooh, that's a little mature for my taste. Since I've played with it and given it a chance to mesh with my skin when I bought it, I do like this. But the problem is it sits, it's a low bottle. It sits behind a lot of other bottles in my fragrance collection and just doesn't get noticed, but it should, because it is a really beautiful floral fragrance. Really nice, classy. It's classy. Another fragrance that got a lot of love and is now starting to get a lot of hate, and that's okay. I still like it, is Jasmine Whisp from La Rasasi. Is that what you're called? Rasasi? Where did I get La? From Rasasi. Shame on me. I have several fragrances from this line and I should know better. I don't know where La came from. This is Jasmine Whisp pour Femme. I learned about this through Paulina Shar here on YouTube, and enjoy it. Yeah, it's like a candied jasmine at the top. It smacks you in the face right away, and it stays pretty powerful during the day. It lasts long for me. A lot of people have complained that it doesn't last long, but I think that it does. I love the bottle. All of the bottles from this line, I'm going to butcher this, La Uwakam line from Rasasi look like this. They have these wooden caps with this embossing. They come in these wooden boxes, really nice. I think, yes, it's loud. This is a loud floral, but it does have rounded edges, kind of like the bottle, okay? So this bottle is a little bit boxy, could be perceived as having jagged edges, but they're actually rounded off. That's kind of like what this fragrance is like. It's a little loud, a little gaudy, but it has just enough roundness to get away with not being tacky, and I like that. Pretty, I like it. There's also like this shampoo-y, deep, beautiful, like luxurious shampoo-y note in it that I can't pick out that I love. I love that like clean jasmine smell versus the like dirty jasmine smell. We are down, my friends, to the final two. And I promise I didn't save this, do this by color. But my Dior Addict. I have the Eau de Parfum. This thing here, it is all kinds of beast mode. You have to be in the mood for this or it will wear you. It's one of those fragrances. If you're not careful, it will wear you all day. This is one that performs best in cold weather. I don't know that I would dare wear this in warm weather. I think I might hurt someone's feelings, suffocate myself, kill some wildlife. I don't know. It's heavy and it's thick and it's gourmand. It comes across even chocolatey to me. I'm not reading you all the notes, but it's round, it's fluffy, it's chocolatey, and it's also heavy. It's fluffy but heavy at the same time. I don't know how it pulls that off. It's intoxicating, it's sexy, it's mature, it's a big bear hug. It's everything. This is a gorgeous, sexy, beautiful fragrance. Definitely date night-ish kind of fragrance. Not one that I would wear to the office. I think I might hurt some people. I might gas some folks out. I don't work in an office. I work from home. But for y'all that do, You work in medical settings, you work in buildings with other people. This is not one for the office unless you just do like one quick spray. That's it. One spray. Like from over here, like out here, and go. Don't spray it close to you. Beautiful. Needs more attention in my collection. I've worn this maybe once in the past like 4 or 5 months, but it's a stunner. And I don't use that word lightly. And finally, one of my all-time favorites that just doesn't get enough love, and my husband just loves this on me. He goes bananas when I put this on. It is Tom Ford's Black Orchid, but it is the Voile de Fleur flanker. Voile de Fleur, which I believe means flight of the flower, or maybe it means night flower. I think it's flight of the flower. This is the regular Tom Ford, right? I mean, a Black Orchid with some more like a sweeter floral note in it. Absolutely gorgeous. I purchased this online at eBay when I was looking for Black Orchid and couldn't find like a good bargain. And I was like, yeah, I'll try this Voile de Fleur and let's see. This is for people who mean business with their fragrances. Not if you're just trying something out or you just want to smell a little nice. This is like, you're going to notice me, you're going to fall in love with me. And you're going to stay in love. And I'm gonna own you. That's what I get out of this. It's amazing. You first open it and it's like this blast of heavy florals with some other like exotic deep notes in there. And then it starts to settle down into like this mesmerizing, I just made that up, mesmerizing, hypnotic, magical juice. Not for the faint of heart, not for people that are new to fragrances. This is only for people that want to own the room when they spray this on. Total beast mode, projects out, tremendous sillage. Could be worn by a man, but on a woman, you're gonna knock them dead. So that's my 10. I need to give these 10 more love. If you would like to do this video, I was kind of informally tagged, but I tag you. I'd love to see it. This has been one of the most fun tags that I've seen lately on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, friends.